Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm in the Polynesian Resort here in Walt Disney World, and I'm actually here to see the new Island Tower. I want to go over and kind of check out the lobby area and kind of compare it. Here in 2024, what does the Polynesian, a new, more modern looking Polynesian lobby looks like? And I want to compare it to the ceremonial house to kind of see how they look. Do they look similar to each other? Is the 1971 version my favorite? Or is the new, more modern Island Tower, the DVC Tower, is that going to be my new favorite? All that being said, when we finish up, we're going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to move over to the Magic Kingdom, and I and my wife are going to go over there, and we're going to both get our own creme brulee croissant at Gaston's Tavern, which we tried about 6 weeks ago. When we was here for the Run Disney event, and it was so fabulous. I could not wait to get back and try that sweet treat one more time with a nice cup of hot Joffrey's coffee, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So thank you for joining me today. Let's go ahead and get started. And when you arrive here at the Polynesian, right before you walk into the ceremonial house, this is what it looks like. Look how beautiful this is. The waterfall cascading down the rocks over here. It is so tropical and beautiful looking. Look at all the greenery with the little fire flame pits right here along the walkway. On both sides, it is equally beautiful. It just screams like Hawaiian. So very nicely done. And look at the bamboo up on the light fixtures up over your head as you walk into the building. And when you walk in to the ceremonial house, this is what you're greeted with. This is so beautiful. This has by far always been one of my favorite resorts. Right here in the center of the ceremonial house, you have this cool tiki right here, welcoming you for your vacation. That is so rad. All right, now I've made my way outside of the ceremonial house, which was right here. We walked straight through, and when you come out here, it's pretty cool. You got Captain Cook's right up here, your quick service restaurant, and then right here is their awesome swimming pool. Check out this big rock formation. That looks like so much fun. But there's a little bit of rock and roll like history that's located here at the Polynesian. I've actually made a kind of a video on it. I kind of touched on it a little bit about a year or so ago. But if you've ever heard of the rock band, the Beatles, I hope so. The Beatles is probably one of the biggest rock bands of all time. Well, John Lennon was staying here when he signed the paperwork to actually end the Beatles. And the room he was staying in was right here. Right there where that long-necked bird is. Right there on that little patio is where it all went down. That's where the Beatles ended. So there is a little bit of cool pop culture history right here at the Polynesian also, which I think is pretty awesome, because I love rock music. I've always been a fan in the history of the Beatles and bands like Kiss and things like that. And of course, AC/DC too. I mean, there's a long list of my favorite bands, but I think that's really cool that happened right there. That is pretty awesome. Okay, right here is a good map of the place. Right here we have the great ceremonial house. Right here where we are, I just showed you this pool area, and I just wanted to give you a nice walk-in look of how the presentation was here at the original Polynesian. Now we're going to go over here next. This here is the new Island Tower, DVC Tower. They also have a swimming pool. You've seen the pool that we had to show you over here with the big rock formation and the volcanic rock and everything. And now we're going to go over here and check this out. And I also want to tell you a little bit of history about this beach right here. At one time, you could surf right here on this beach. All right, my friends, right here is our first look with the completed Island Tower here at Polynesian Resort. This is the DVC building, and if you do not know what DVC means, it just means Disney Vacation Club, and pretty much a quick definition of Disney Vacation Club, it's a timeshare. That's what it is. So this is what it looks like. I gotta say, it looks a lot better since it's completed now. I know for the last year or so, when I would come down here on vacation, I would look over here as we were riding around on the monorail, and you see this big gaudy looking tower over here next to the beautiful Polynesian Resort. I always kind of thought, man, I don't know if that's gonna look good, but it does look okay. I mean, you know, it's not bad. It's tasteful enough, I guess. I guess the real question is what's the theming going to be like once we enter into the lobby area? Is it going to look anything like the Polynesian that I just showed you? We're going to go find out. But I do want to say one thing since I'm standing here. Notice up here these big old like gaps. Notice this it's like right here, this square area that's cut out. That is actually a terrace. And when you're staying here, you can go up in these terraces. They got one there and they got one right over here on this side. And you can go up there and they will actually pipe in the music for the fireworks. So you can set in your terrace if you don't want to set in your room. But if you want to set in the terrace, they actually pipe the music in from the fireworks show at the Magic Kingdom, which is just right across 7 Seas Lagoon here. And you can sit right up there, have your coffee, a sweet treat or whatnot, without being crowded like it's going to be on Main Street USA in the Magic Kingdom. Enjoy the fireworks, which I think is a really cool thing. So that being said, let's go ahead and make our way over there and check out the Island Tower lobby and look around a little bit and see how good the theming is and see if we can notice some little hidden details. All right, one thing I got to talk to you before we head over to the Island Tower is this is kind of cool because right here where this tower is actually built, you have this white sandy beach right here. And back in the late 60s, Walt Disney World, when they was building all this stuff, they thought the only real competition we have as far as vacationers goes is the beaches, the neighboring beaches. We got beaches over in Tampa area, and they got beaches like Daytona Beach, Cocoa Beach, and like surfing's a thing. So what they wanted to do is this was pretty ballsy. They actually wanted to make their own beach with waves and where you could surf here at the Polynesian Resort. Now back then, obviously, you didn't have this big tower sitting here, but you did have a white sandy beach right in this area. And there is an island right through on the other side of these trees that it's really kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see that greenery like right there. That island, they decided to place some hydraulic like presses in the water, and what those presses would do is they would make a swell in the water and it would travel right over here, and you would actually make surf right here on this very beach. And the cool thing about it is it actually worked, and it may worked a little too good, because one reason why they ended up shutting the project down before Walt Disney World actually opened in October of 1971 is because they had a really bad problem with erosion. You've been to the beach. I'm a beach person. I'm around the beach a lot. I know all about beach erosion, and it will definitely happen anytime you have a nor'easter or a lot of swells and like stormy weather. It will erode the beach, and that's always a pain in the butt to try to fix and very expensive. And Walt Disney World decided that, yeah, maybe the wave machine is not the best idea because there's a lot of maintenance that goes along with it. And it was just eroding all of our beaches around 7 Seas Lagoon. And also some of the boat transportation, it would kind of make it a bit of a rocky ride. And you don't want guests getting seasick at Disney World, especially after all the stuff you eat here, all the dirt, all the sweets and everything. That would not be a nice thing to have people getting sick. So that is just a little nugget that I wanted to stick in this vlog today, because I just found out about it a few weeks ago and I just thought it was so funny because I never knew. And now, if you didn't know, now you know. So now let's go ahead and head on over to the Island Tower and go check out this monstrosity. Look at that thing. That thing is humongous. Let's go over here and check it out and see what we think about it. All right, right here is the entrance to the Island Tower. We're gonna kind of do a quick little pan around. Notice these big posts right here. Look at the ceiling, the animals on these like big old plates. This right here, I think, supposed to be like the stars, like the Milky Way or something or another. And then they have these big pylons right here, and they're actually representing the 4 elements of light. You have wind, water, earth, and fire. So that is pretty interesting. Also, something else I noticed right here is the carpet. The carpet has very much like a sand and water type of a design to it. And if I ain't mistaken, I read about this carpet. It's actually like recycled plastic bottles and things like that. It's all made out of recycling. Wow, check out this cool painting right here. And this really cool boat. That is really awesome. That is pretty awesome. And then right here is the elevators, and if you notice the light fixtures up there, it looks kind of like jellyfish, doesn't it? Right now I'm looking up in the ceiling and I start to see these things. What the heck is that? It looks like moss wrapped on something. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's very interesting looking. What a wild looking piece of decor here in the Island Tower. See, they got a nice little Christmas tree. And then you have this big wall art piece right here, which I think is pretty cool because I read online they actually carved this thing out using different kinds of seashells. Man, I bet that took forever because this thing's like 2 stories tall and it's got a lot of characters on it from Moana. And a matter of fact, right here is the crab where Maui, no spoilers, this was like one of the best parts in the movie. I watched this movie and me and my wife a few times with my niece. She's actually in love with Moana. She loves watching that movie. And this crab is a very cute character in the movie. And they have him chiseled out right here on this wall piece. And then also right up here we have a manta ray, which is kind of like the call sign of her grandmother in the movie. She actually has a tattoo. You know, and that's all I'm going to say because I feel like I'm about to spoil the movie for you. So I'm going to stop right there just in case you've never seen it before and you want to watch it. But I definitely wanted to show off this awesome art piece right here. So right there's even a turtle. That is so neat, man. This is beautiful. Wish I could get up to the next level to see what else is going on up there. I can't really see it and you got to be staying here to get up there. I got all kinds of problems. All right, so this right here is the Wailulu Bar and Grill, or you can also pronounce it Vailulu. Either way, the cast member said it was okay. But one thing I wanted to show you right here is the fish that you see, the decorative fish hanging down from the ceiling are actually, they found that is made from nets that they found in the ocean. So like fishing nets that's just been floating around the ocean, they actually found that stuff, recycled it, and then made all those fish down through there. And she also said that is the original color. They did not have to paint anything. So that is a pretty cool piece of artwork. They have a little splash pad out here in the pool area, and look at that, that's Moana. That is freaking awesome. Kids are gonna love that. That is so cool. And right there is a quick look at the swimming pool area that people are actually utilizing today. Even though it's a little cool out, it's about 72 degrees, but that wind is pretty brisk. That is it for the Polynesian stuff. I showed you both of them. Curious to see what you guys think about it. Even if you don't come to Disney World, I really would like to know your honest opinion, what you think about the ceremonial house, the first lobby I showed you compared to the new DVC Island Tower. And I think I got my opinion made up pretty easily. I'm a fan of the ceremonial house. I really enjoy that a lot, and mainly because look how green it is. I mean, this is just a beautiful entrance to come in. I love this area, and I love the insides of the ceremonial house. Now, we're off to Magic Kingdom to go get that croissant, that creme brulee croissant, and see what else we can get into. If some of the wait times are low, we might ride a ride or two, and then we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've had fun so far. Just one quick monorail ride away, and here we are, the Magic Kingdom here in Walt Disney World. We're going to go back to Gaston's Tavern now, see if we can get that creme brulee croissant, maybe a coffee. Then we're going to go walk around and look at some of the rides, maybe Haunted Mansion, maybe Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I don't know if we can do both today, but we're at least going to try to do one of them. All right, and here we are at Gaston's Tavern. I am so psyched to get this creme brulee croissant once again. My only question is it really going to be as good as it was the first time I tried it? I don't know, we're going to find out. And there is the creme brulee croissant, looking beautiful as ever. Look at that glistening. Oh man, that is going to be so good. Check that goodness out. Creme brulee croissant. It's very good once again. Enjoyed it very much. Now we're going to take a little walk over to Haunted Mansion. Maybe we're going to take a little ride in the big scary ghost house. Looks like someone left their apple behind. Actually, it's not real. I've never really noticed this apple before. That's one good thing about when you're coming to Walt Disney World. I just noticed little things here and there when you have a moment and you're not like rushing from one ride to the next. If you take your time and just walk through the park and look around at different things like the frying pan right here, just how everything's decorated. A lot of cool details here at WDW. All right, my friends, I made my way over here to the Haunted Mansion, and I had every sense of wanting to go on that ride today. But when I was eating my croissant, the wait time was a very low 20-minute wait. It was a very manageable wait, But as soon as I got over here, it looks like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad actually went down. And I think everybody just left Big Thunder and came over here and just crammed into Haunted Mansion and went up to almost a 50-minute wait. So that's a little bit more of a wait than I'm willing to wait today for that ride. So we're going to head over to Big Thunder Mountain and go over through Adventureland and wrap this video up today. Who knows, maybe Big Thunder will be back up right when we get over there and we could jump on that and ride that one last time before they shut it down for the whole year of 2025. All right, I made my way over here to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. As you can see, Tom Sawyer's Island right across the way. There goes that Runaway train. They're testing it. They're testing it, but I don't know if it's going to be able to, I don't know if they're going to open it up before we decide to tap out and leave today. We still got more stuff to do here in the area before we head over to Cocoa Beach. The main thing I wanted to do today in the video is go check out the new Polynesian Island Tower. I did that. I walked inside, kind of compare both of them. And I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. Which one do you like best? Do you like the old ceremonial house, the first one I took you in, or are you more the newer, more modern look of the Island Tower? I think I'm team ceremonial house. I like the old Polynesian better. I like the greenery. I like the waterfalls. I like the swimming pool with the big volcano and all that stuff. I just think that is really, really cool stuff. The new tower, it is cool looking, and I do like the terraces, and I've not been able to go inside the terraces yet. I just know they're there, and what they're used for is to view the fireworks for the most part, the ones that's facing Seven Seas Lagoon. So that might be really cool, and I'm sure it'll be a fun experience all in all. But yeah, I think I'm totally team Polynesian. I'm old school, and I think I'm gonna stay old school because I think the theming from that time period, even though it was over 50 years ago, I think it's better. I think that's more in line with what I think of when I think of Polynesian, other than the Island Tower. It just doesn't feel tropical to me, you know? So I don't know. It's just that modern look, and I guess I'm just not a fan of it. Curious to see what you guys think about it. All right, my friends, I'm all done today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe out there, and I hope to see you all again very, very soon.